Hi self-healers, the Epi Nutritionist here, Elizabeth A. Clark, and I have your daily medical astrology prediction ready. This is for April 25th, and today we have the moon at 21 degrees Capricorn. If you've been following along with the ephemeris, you know what else is right around 21 degrees Capricorn. So we also have Saturn at 20 degrees and we have Pluto at 23 degrees. So we have a lot. We have a stellium of, well, I guess, I don't know if that counts as a stellium. I think a stellium has to be 4 planets. But the south node is probably still here. Anyway, so we have a lot of energy in Capricorn right now. Capricorn is Earth and it is cardinal. So like Taurus, Earth is going to bring heaviness and lethargy in medical astrology, and Capricorn rules the skeletal system, but really it rules mostly the knees and mostly the teeth, and in my opinion it rules mineral balance, because what is your skeletal system? It's minerals. We measure skeletal health by bone mineral density. So and I've seen this in a lot of my clients. A lot of my self-healers have big Capricorn energy and they do have issues with mineral balance. So I do think that mineral balance is usually an issue when we're at Capricorn with all of this Capricorn energy. And April has seemed to be kind of a little bit more of an issue for people in terms of like having muscle cramps and that sort of thing, high copper to zinc ratio, and I'm all about mineral balance. So if you want to know more about that, reach out to me, because I could talk forever about mineral balance, and I can link some stuff below so that you can see what I recommend for mineral balance. I have a hydration guide. It has like 4 or 5 different ways that you can balance your minerals, from like very mild to like very targeted. And then I'll also link below my Epi Nutritionist store for mineral balance, so you can actually see the exact things that I use. Stuff that I use personally and stuff that I use with my self-healers, and it can help you with all kind of stuff. Most people have no idea that mineral balance is behind some of their symptoms, some of their insomnia, muscle cramps, fatigue, even hormonal imbalance, because copper and estrogen have a real affinity for each other. So it can also cause issues with your kidneys. Yeah, anyway, I'll stop rambling and I'll talk about what this exact transit means. So we had an energy very similar to this from April 4th to April 5th. So if you remember how you felt back then, if something kind of notable happened, then prepare yourself, because it might happen again. The moon is your emotions. Capricorn is not a particularly emotional sign, and Saturn is not a particularly emotional energy, although Saturn is a feminine energy, even though most people, you know, talk about it as if it is masculine. But Saturn, you know, we think of Saturn as the tough taskmaster and you know, old Papa Saturn, but really, if anything, it would be like Grandma Saturn. And when you think of it that way, Saturn really has a better feel to it. It really has more of like a tough love, but more love than, like, you know, Papa Saturn would have. So yeah, the moon can, you know, if you have a difficult aspect with the moon or a difficult transit with the moon, then you can really kind of examine your boundaries. Something could happen that makes you realize that you should have had more boundaries, and Saturn will also kind of nudge you into examining your boundaries. And then we have Pluto, which is transformation and karmic DNA. And what better time than now to break some karmic cycle You know, maybe your mom didn't have any boundaries because your grandmother didn't have any boundaries, and it's time for you to do that. Pluto is obsessive thoughts. So this could be a time when you have a choice, whether you can sort of fall back into an obsessive thinking pattern, or you can push through it. And likely you've been kind of teetering on this fence all April long. You know, like, oh, I'm making a breakthrough, and then like, oh, I'm gonna do what feels comfortable. So that energy is gonna be heightened today for most people. If you have a natal Mars or a natal Uranus at this point, so around like 20 degrees Capricorn, then you're going to be feeling this especially. And you have that choice. You can use this as an intense karmic purging, or you can fall back into obsessive thinking or destructive thinking, or just thinking that doesn't serve you or doesn't serve your highest self. With cardinal energy, we see crystallizations, blockages, sort of a lack of flow. So if you have an aspect happening here with, I don't know, something in Cancer, or if you have a big Cancer presence in your natal chart, then this could even involve your lymphatic system feeling kind of lethargic and blocked. So it's a good day to do something like restorative yoga, maybe yin yoga. I will also link below to a really great resource on YouTube for some yin yoga sequences. They're really low key, and you know, you can do them at night right before bed. It'll help restore your HPA axis, which could have gotten out of whack the past few days. Like if you watch that video, you might remember. That's basically it. This is, again, a great opportunity for change, but it's also kind of a high-risk day for falling back into what felt comfortable. Ultimately, Earth signs like comfort, and Pluto is the opposite of comfort. So that can manifest in going back into the comfort of obsessive thinking, or it can manifest as you pushing through. You know, Capricorn is outward success, and really with a Pluto transit, you're talking about inner success and you know, life-changing success. This is a slow-moving planet. It's almost the major arcana, I feel like, of the of the zodiac, because these are things that are life-changing. It's not day-to-day. Something that's going to be in effect forever. The moon is day-to-day. It's going to be in a different spot in a couple of days, you know, but Pluto is going to be there for a while. Saturn is going to be there for a while. So, you know, this is also 10th house energy. You know, Capricorn, Saturn, 10th house, big long-term goals, big long-term success. So, you know, this is hard work. It's not going to happen overnight. If April has felt like you've been pushed and pulled between obsession and growth, then you're not alone. That's happening for a lot of people, but it is because this change needs to stick. And if it were easy, it would not stick. And I think if we learn anything from Grandma Saturn, that's what we learn, is that nothing comes easy. So don't get discouraged. Hopefully you watch this video in enough time to be prepared, and check out the resources that I have linked below. I actually do private medical astrology readings. I don't always mention that in these videos, but I do. I also do a 6-month private one-on-one program with self-healers who are a good fit. So if we do your medical astrology reading and you feel like I have something that would benefit your personal self-healing journey, then we can talk about that. That wraps it up. I will see you guys probably tomorrow, and I am grateful to be in your orbit.
They tell me aim for the moon, and maybe I'll land on a star. But the things that I see, that's what's really gonna take you far. Do you even know how truly bright you are? You shine a new light in my whole world, yeah, you truly are. The sweetest, I mean this forever and all. My heart, not yours, forever I'm dark.